You're about to climb the strongest bite forces on Earth, ranked from the humble piranha to the saltwater crocodile. Every level up roughly doubles the pressure your jaws deliver. Scientists measure that force in pounds per square inch. You will feel it rise through the lion, the tiger, the spotted hyena, the grizzly bear, the jaguar, and the hippopotamus. Level 1. Red-bellied piranha. You hang in a warm Amazon backwater, a hand-sized fish with a jaw far stronger than your body should ever own. Here, the smallest set of teeth begins the climb. You drift below the flooded roots, silver flank flashing in the current. Interlocking triangular teeth line your lower jaw, sharp enough to shear flesh in one clean bite. Piranha bite. 450 pounds per square inch. Your bite lands near 450 pounds per square inch, roughly 30 times your own body weight in force. For a fish this small, it is astonishing. What looks like harmless little fish is really self-sharpening flesh shears. You look like nothing but bait, a shimmer of scales in the shallows. Yet your jaw muscles are packed so tight they can strip a limb to bone. A wounded capybara wades in upstream, blood threading the water. You turn as one with the shoal, hundreds of jaws pulling toward the scent of the wound. You strike, twist, and tear a coin of flesh free, then vanish back into the gloom. Alone you are minor, but together you are a storm of teeth. Your teeth are replaced in interlocking blocks, so a broken tooth never dulls the whole set. Speed and numbers matter more than size when the shoal feeds at once, but a shadow far larger patrols these waters, and against true muscle, your bite is only the first rung. The ladder climbs fast from here. Level 2. Lion. You are a lioness on the Serengeti now, tawny and heavy, with a jaw built not for pressure alone, but for holding prey that kicks and fights to the last. You crouch low through the yellow grass, shoulder blades rolling with each slow step. A herd of wildebeest grazes ahead, unaware of the weight moving toward them. Lion bite. 650 pounds per square inch. Your bite reaches around 650 pounds per square inch. It is not the strongest cat bite, yet it is more than enough to close a windpipe. You explode from cover and haul a wildebeest down by the hindquarters. Then your jaws find the throat and clamp, holding until the struggling finally stops. What looks like a bone-crushing bite is really a suffocating throat grip. You kill by suffocation, not by crushing. Your canines pin the airway while your body pins the prey. A patient death delivered by grip rather than raw force. The pride gathers to feed, cubs squabbling at the edges. Your jaws work through hide and muscle, tearing chunks you swallow nearly whole in the fading heat. You take large prey often, but each hunt is a gamble. Most of your chases fail, and a single kick from a buffalo can crack your ribs. A Cape buffalo wheels and lowers its horns, and for a moment, you are the one in danger. You slink back, because strength on this ladder always meets something stronger. Somewhere in the forests of Asia, a heavier cat carries an even harder bite. You leave the plains behind and climb another rung upward. Level 3. Bengal tiger. You are the largest cat alive, striped and silent, moving through humid forest, where your weight alone can drag prey twice your size into the shadows. You pad along a game trail, paws falling in near silence. A sambar deer drinks at a pool ahead, ears flicking at a threat it cannot yet place. Tiger bite. 1,050 pounds per square inch. Your bite reaches around 1,050 pounds per square inch, more than a lion and backed by the heaviest frame of any living cat. You burst from the reeds and hit the deer at full weight, bearing it down instantly. Your jaws close on the nape, canines slipping between the vertebrae. Your canines are the longest of any cat, up to 10 centimeters. They are shaped to feel for the gap between neck bones and sever the spinal cord. You drag the carcass into deep cover, hindquarters straining, and feed alone. Unlike the lion, you hunt solo, so every meal rests on your jaws alone. You sit near the top of the cat rankings, yet pound for pound, another spotted cat bites even harder. Size gives you power, but not the crown. You are power built on size. But on the savannah, a scavenger with laughing jaws crushes what even you leave behind. And the ladder turns toward pure force. Level 4. Spotted hyena. You are no mere scavenger now. You are a spotted hyena, built around jaws that turn bone itself into food where other predators only see waste. You trot across the plain on a sloping back, head low and powerful. Your neck and skull are anchored by muscle built for a single crushing purpose. Hyena bite, 1,100 pounds per square inch. Your bite reaches roughly 1,100 pounds per square inch, enough to snap a giraffe femur. You crack open bones that lions and tigers simply abandon. You clamp a wildebeest thigh bone and bear down, and it splinters with a dull crack. Your molars grind the pieces to a paste your stomach can dissolve. What looks like a skulking scavenger is really a bone-processing hunter. You look like a cowardly thief hanging at the edges of a kill. In truth, you hunt most of your own food and waste almost nothing you bite. Your clan moves as a mob, dozens of jaws, overwhelming even a lioness at a carcass. Numbers and crushing power together make you feared across the savannah. Your digestive acid is strong enough to break down bone and hide. Almost everything you crush becomes fuel, and your droppings turn chalk white with calcium. You are relentless force in a lean frame. Yet far to the north, a mountain of fur and muscle carries jaws even heavier than yours. Level 5. Grizzly bear. You are a grizzly bear now. Half a ton of muscle and claw, with a jaw that can grind through moose bone as easily as through summer berries. You wade into a rushing river as salmon surge upstream. One snap of your jaws plucks a fish clean out of the churning white water. Grizzly bite. 1,160 pounds per square inch. Your bite reaches around 1,160 pounds per square inch. The same jaws that gently peel berries can also splinter the leg bone of a moose. You are an omnivore, and most of your diet is roots, nuts, and fish. But when you choose to kill, few animals on the continent can resist your bite. What looks like a slow, clumsy giant is really a sprinting, bone-crushing bear. You look like a shambling, slow giant lumbering along the shore. In truth, you can sprint at over 50 kilometers an hour and bite through cast iron pans. You rear up to your full height and the forest seems to shrink. Nothing here challenges you directly, so your jaws close mostly on what you have already caught. Your bite is heavier than any big cat, yet still measured in the low thousands. The animals ahead of you leave land entirely or open their mouths far wider. You are brute strength wrapped in fur. But back in the jungle, a smaller cat delivers more force for its size than any predator you have met. Level 6. Jaguar. You are a jaguar now, compact and heavy-headed, carrying the strongest bite of any big cat relative to your size, tuned to punch straight through skulls and shells. You prowl the flooded forest, thick skull and short jaws packed with muscle. A caiman basks on the bank, armored and confident, unaware of what you carry. Jaguar bite, 1,500 pounds per square inch. Your bite reaches around 1,500 pounds per square inch. Pound for pound, it is the hardest bite of any big cat, built for a single savage purpose. You do not aim for the throat like other cats. You bite straight through the skull, canines punching between the ears to pierce the brain in one stroke. Your jaws crack turtle shells and crocodilian armor that stop other predators cold. You are the only big cat that routinely kills by biting through the skull itself. What looks like a stealthy jungle cat is really an armor-piercing skull biter. You look like a jungle ghost that ambushes soft deer. In truth, you specialize in armored prey, cracking the defenses that keep other hunters away. You are perfect force in a small package, yet you weigh barely 100 kilos. The next rungs belong to giants where sheer mass turns bite into catastrophe. Level 7. Hippopotamus. You are a hippopotamus now, 3 tons of muscle around a mouth that opens like a cave, wielding tusks and a bite most predators would never dare provoke. You wallow in a muddy river through the day, eyes and nostrils just above the surface. When a boat drifts too close, your jaws yawn open in warning. Hippo bite. 1,800 pounds per square inch. Your bite reaches around 1,800 pounds per square inch, and your canines grow past half a meter long. Together they can bite a small boat clean in half. You are a plant eater who grazes on grass by night, yet you kill more people in Africa each year than lions, crocodiles, and buffalo combined. What looks like a gentle river grazer is really Africa's deadliest large animal. You look like a slow, round, harmless grazer. In truth, you are fiercely territorial, faster than you seem on land, and among the deadliest animals on the continent. You charge an intruding crocodile and clamp down across its back, and even armored scales buckle under your jaws. Few animals will test you twice. Your bite crosses into a new tier, heavier than any land predator so far. But the true record holders are cold-blooded, and they still lie ahead. You rule your stretch of river through raw mass. But in the swamps, a low, armored hunter waits with jaws that dwarf everything you have felt so far. Level 8. American Alligator. You are an American alligator now, sunk to your eyes in a still swamp, all patience and armor, hiding a bite that outmuscles every mammal on this list. You hold utterly still among the reeds, a floating log with eyes. A waiting heron steps closer, and you gather every muscle behind a single explosive snap. Alligator bite. 2,980 pounds per square inch. Your bite reaches nearly 3,000 pounds per square inch. That is more than a hippo, a jaguar, and a lion combined pressing down on one point. You lunge, and your jaws slam shut with a crack that echoes across the swamp. The heron never had time to lift its wings from the water. Your closing muscles are among the strongest of any animal, yet the muscles that open your jaws are so weak that a person could hold them shut by hand. You drag your catch under and hold it there, letting the water do the rest. Your entire hunt is one ambush, one snap, and one unbreakable grip. You are near the summit of living bite force. Only one relative bites harder, a saltwater giant whose jaws hold the record ever measured in a living animal. Level 9. Saltwater crocodile. You are the largest living reptile now, a saltwater crocodile cruising a tidal river, carrying the strongest bite force ever recorded in any animal alive today. You drift with the tide toward a game trail where animals come to drink. 6 meters of muscle and armor wait beneath the surface, motionless and patient. Saltwater croc bite. 3,700 pounds per square inch. Your bite has been measured at 3,700 pounds per square inch. Scientists clamped a sensor between your jaws to record the highest bite ever tested. A wild boar lowers its head to drink, and you erupt from the water in a single lunge. Your jaws close around it before it can even flinch. What looks like a slow floating log is really the strongest jaws alive. You do not chew. Instead, you spin, rolling your whole body to twist and tear your prey apart in the churning water. It is called the death roll. Your record stands above the great white shark, whose bite of roughly 4,000 psi is only estimated from models, never actually measured in the living animal. Even your record fades beside the extinct. Tyrannosaurus is estimated near 12,000 psi, and the giant shark megalodon perhaps far beyond, both long vanished from the sea. You have no rival in these waters. Everything that walks to the river's edge is potential prey, and you have carried this design almost unchanged for millions of years. You began as a hand-sized fish that could barely open a wound. Now you are the hardest bite alive, the last rung on a ladder built entirely of pressure. From 450 pounds per square inch to 3,700, you have climbed every level of the strongest bite forces on Earth. Each level doubled the force until bone gave way like glass. Yet none of it is cruelty. It is only hunger, sharpened by time into the perfect jaw.